This is the continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Warner Anderson as Matthew Swain, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Mia Farrow as Allison Mackenzie, Ryan O'Neill as Rodney Harrington, and Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson.
Last night, Allison Mackenzie moved back home from the Andersons. Today, her life appears to be slipping back into its familiar routine. But that appearance is illusion. Out of all that was familiar, it begins to seem as if nothing and no one will be left.
Allison? You could say good morning.
Good morning.
Especially this morning. It's one of some importance. Or have you seen our local gazette, the headline?
I've seen it. Must you always keep trying to hit and hurt?
That's my character.
When I came to you the other day, you didn't hit or hurt, but I think you helped. Were you out of character?
It's not just a question of another position. It means that...
Oh, excuse me. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, we were just discussing Leslie Harrington's resignation.
I know. What does it mean?
Well, he's a very capable man. I'm sure that many other firms would be happy to avail themselves of his abilities.
But not here, not in Peyton Place.
Allison, this is a one-industry town.
It's a shame because it's more than just a job. It means moving his whole life elsewhere.
That's what we were saying before you came in.
Allison, are you busy tonight?
No.
Well, how would you like to join me at the inn for dinner?
All right, thank you.
I'll pick you up at 7:15.
Okay.
Bye, Connie.
Goodbye, Uncle Matt. I saw you two looking at each other. Was this something you hatched up together?
Of course not. In fact, I feel left out. It is a shame about Leslie Harrington. He's giving up a lot more than people realize.
What, Mother?
Well, for one thing, he's going to the Capitol to arrange a pardon for your father.
Really? How can he do that? Was this anything to do with Mr. Harrington resigning from the mill?
In a way.
Did Uncle Matt tell you?
I knew.
But you didn't tell me.
I couldn't.
Mother,
I don't want to go into it now, Allison. I can't talk about it.
I thought you weren't going to keep any more secrets from me.
I'm sorry.
But you are going to keep this one anyway.
This one isn't mine to tell.
Oh, you're up and around.
How are you, Paul?
I'm relieved. Bedside visits always depress me a bit. You're looking much better than I expected, Elliot.
Really?
Yes. I heard you'd had a near thing, but you know how people like to exaggerate about illnesses. You sprain your wrist, they run around telling everybody you had a near brush with death.
I didn't sprain my wrist.
I know that. Elliot, listen, I brought something that should cheer you up. Well, sound the trumpets, beat the drums. Let the victors rejoice and make merry.
Is that the way you feel about it? Well, I don't.
This is a moment of triumph, Elliot. The High King of Sinai is and toppled off his throne. The palace lies in ruins. The House of Harrington has fallen. It has indeed fallen.
Well, Leslie is no King Agamemnon. He's just a small-town businessman. house is hardly a palace. It isn't even a tragedy, Paul. Tragedy has some dignity. Just a tragic result of a sordid, pathetic mess.
Well, I made it.
You did your share.
All I wanted was justice.
She wanted absolute justice. But life just isn't that tidy. The innocent get punished right along with the guilty. And they suffer, and they hurt.
Elliot, I have no talent for people. I always end up hurting them.
What are you going to do about it?
Stay away from them.
Paul, stop dramatizing yourself.
I'm not. This is my punishment. I've earned it. I accept it.
Of course you do. And you'll love every minute of it.
Hello, Mother.
Hi, darling.
You ready for lunch?
Mm-hmm. Just a minute. I want to put Dr. Rossi's ice skates in his office first.
I'd forget the skates if I were you.
Oh, no, he's taking Claire Morton ice skating today.
No, he isn't. She broke the date.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Hello, Doctor.
Anything for me?
Yes. Dorothy Yates called. She wants the prescription refills for Anna.
All right.
And Mrs. Frisbee would like to have a back check. And I got your ice skates repaired.
Oh. Oh, thank you. Something funny?
No, Doctor.
Could you explain to me women?
Women?
I thought so.
I think he and Claire Morton would be right for each other.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm. They're both doctors, and she's bright, and she's competent, and she's very attractive, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see Dr. Rossi settle down.
Oh, really? Since when?
Well, he's been so good to all of us, and I'd like to see someone be good to him for a change.
Are you sure that you would like that someone to be Claire Morton? Dr. Rossi's been good to you, Betty.
Come on.
Hi.
Hi, you're home early.
I took a break. I'm covering for Michael Rossi tonight, remember?
You don't have to. I broke the date. Didn't he tell you?
No, I don't understand. I thought you liked him.
I do. Would you like some tea?
Yes, please. Hard at work on your speech, I see.
From Peyton Place to primitive Peru. Or I was a white witch doctor. Honey or sugar?
You've forgotten. You really are nervous about that speech, aren't you?
It's not just the speech.
No? Oh, what is it then?
What would you say if I told you that what I really want to do is to stay here in Peyton Place?
And work with me? I'd say I couldn't be more delighted. I was hoping for that decision 2 years ago.
I knew that, but I was afraid.
Afraid? Of what?
I wanted so to live up to the Morton traditions, to measure up to your standards.
All I want is for you to be happy.
Father, I came back to Peyton Place because there's something that I need to learn, that I want to learn. I'm not even sure if I can learn it. But if I can, you're the one to help me.
But just remember, I am as fallible as the next man.
I enjoyed having dinner with you.
You left most of it on your plate.
Why did you ask me to dinner?
For a very simple reason. I enjoy your company. I'm sorry. It was a direct question and did not deserve an evasive answer. It's mostly because I've been wondering why you're avoiding me lately. Well, you should be the first to concede that one direct question leads to another.
I suppose it's because I don't find it easy to talk to you anymore. I used to be able to say anything, ask anything that popped into my mind.
And I've been wondering why all that has changed.
I think you know why.
Because I didn't tell you the truth about your father?
Why didn't you tell me?
Because your mother told me that in confidence. Would it have been fair to her if I took it upon myself to break that confidence? Would you have respected me for it?
Respect? I don't know. I don't think that's quite the word. I don't think that's what it is. You see, if I had known that Elliot Carson was my father, I could... All those years he was in prison, I could have been writing to him. I could have gone to visit him. I don't know, but maybe it would have made things easier for him. Do you think it was fair of my mother to deprive him of that? Do you think that's fair?
I can't answer that. Except to say that your mother thought you'd be happier and safer if you were protected from the scandal and stigma that was attached to the truth.
I see. Then it looks like we're going to have a lot of secrets from each other.
Don't you think there should be some privacy sometime?
I said secrets.
Can you tell me where one leaves off and the other begins?
Will you tell me what Mr. Harrington has to do with my father's pardon?
All I can tell you is that, conceivably, the Harringtons may have to leave Peyton Place.
Good night, Uncle Matt.
I'll walk you home.
No, it's all right. Don't bother. I'm not going directly home. I think I'll take a walk for a while.
Alone?